Hi guys, it's Jade and welcome to my channel. So I've tried to film this video so many times because I just things keep happening. Anyways, so I have a few things to say before we get into this video. One, I'm sorry that every video I film seems like it's literally been my worst day ever, which today has, and I look like trash. I'm literally in a shirt that I have had my whole life. My hair is up, I have no makeup on, so maybe in the future you will see me with makeup and my hair done in a shirt that does not look like this. But for now, I'm just keeping it real, keeping it me. You know, it's whatever. Enjoy the story time when we get into it. I think it's a good one, so hopefully you do too. Sorry if you hear my dogs barking, they're being obnoxious. I don't know what to tell you, I'm so sorry. And then, also, please don't do what I do. I mean, this is illegal things that I did. I'm not recommending that you do them. I'm just here to share what I did. It was in my past. I can't do nothing about it now. I'm sorry. If I think of more disclaimers, I will say them as they come up. Okay, anyways, let's go ahead and get into this video. So, why are they barking like that? Like, that's so obnoxious. What is even the point? Okay, anyways. So, as you can tell from the title, this is the most illegal thing that I have done. Let's go ahead and jump into it. So, me and my friend, we will call them Jessie. It's not taking me a long time to think about it now because I made up the same 4 story times ago when I was trying to film this video, and it just wasn't happening for me because things kept happening. Okay, anyway, so Jessie and me went to Los Angeles where, as most of you know, there is a drug there called weed that is legal. I don't know why I said it like that. It's legal there. It's not legal here in Texas. So we bought, the very first thing we did when we went there was stop at a dispensary and buy weed for a stay there. And we were there for 4 days. At the end of those 4 days, we still had some left over. So we decided we were going to bring it back to Texas with us. That's what we did on the airplane and everything. Now, most of you guys may be like, oh, I do that all the time. I do some fucked up shit. So that's beside the point. Anyways, so we had decided that. So at the end of our stay, we were packing our bags. We brought 1 suitcase and each of us brought 2 carry-ons. We brought a carry-on and we brought a personal item, and that's what we brought, and we shared a large suitcase. So I packed the whole suitcase of our stuff. They packed their bag, I packed my bag, the ones that were our personal bags, and we headed off to the airport. I'm sorry that my dogs are barking. I'm sorry. We headed off to the airport. So originally they had a laptop case, and they had them in there. And then I don't know if they got scared or if they got sketched out or what they did, but that was in their personal item bag. So when we got to the airport, they were like, oh shit, maybe we shouldn't do this. I don't know. They moved their personal bag to the big suitcase that we both had. And the suitcase was checked under my name. Only my name. So we check our suitcase, it gets loaded onto the plane, and I'm legitimately freaking out. Like, I'm fucking freaking, I'm going crazy in my head. Like, I'm having massive panic attacks. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna go to jail. Oh my god, I'm gonna go to jail. Oh my god, I'm gonna go to jail. I'm standing in line because the line there and the line, maybe it was the time that we left, because we left LA at kind of, I think our flight left at 7 p.m. So we were there at like 5:30 and going through TSA at like 5:30. And when we went to LA from Texas, we left at 3 a.m. So like the TSA line, and when we were in Texas, was like super quick, took like 5 minutes, blah blah blah. The TSA line when we left LA, I don't know if it's because the airport is so much bigger, there's so much traffic going in there, like in and out of the airport there. I don't know, the line was literally so much longer and took so much more time. And we are there, actually I think we got there at 4:30, and we were there so early, like so freaking early for our flight that left at 7. So we go through TSA, we're standing in line, I'm literally tripping balls, like not because I'm on drugs, but because I'm terrified at this point, like terrified. So we're standing in line, it gets closer and closer and closer. I'm like, my palms are sweating, and my carry-on bag is a lot bigger than his. So I had my carry-on bag and he had I had his carry-on bag, he had my carry-on bag. And so just because it was a lot bigger. So I had to pull out my laptop and put it on you guys know how TSA works. Anyway, so I put all that stuff through. We put our bags down and we go through TSA. We're fine. Everything's fine. But the bags are kind of delayed because of how many bags each people had. So we get through the line and we're waiting for our bags. We're waiting. My laptop comes through. I pick it up. And then we see like the buzzers go off or whatever. And they take my backpack that I had and his backpack and my like carry-on. And I'm just thinking, what the fuck do I have in there? Like, what do I have in there? Because I didn't have any of the illegal items on me. So I was like, what could have been packed in my bag? Like, what do I have in there? I'm freaking out. And they have it back there for a little while. So I'm like, shit, like, should I just leave? Like, should we just go? We have 2 of our bags. Should we just go? Not even thinking, like, they probably have cameras. They know who set that bag down. They know whose bag this, like, whose bag this is. If they find anything, like, what the fuck? Anyways, so then they put the bags, like, meanwhile, I'm freaking the fuck out. So they put the bags back on the thing. We pick our bags up, and I'm kind of scared to pick the bags up. I'm like, what if they just put the bag back on the thing to see, like, whose bag it is, and then they're gonna be like, oh, you're going to jail. And the whole time I'm thinking of like, oh my god, just playing like the dumb bitch, like I totally forgot I had it, I'll just throw it away right now, like I'm sorry, blah blah blah. Anyways, so we get our bags and we go to dinner in the airport at this dinner place. And then we set our stuff down there. I'm still freaking out, like I can barely eat. I'm like freaking out to the point that it's making me sick at this point. And so I can barely eat, but I'm starving because we haven't had anything to eat except breakfast this day. So I'm really freaking hungry. I'm freaking out. And like, that's it. I was freaking the fuck out. Okay. So at this point, we finish dinner, we get our stuff, and we go sit over by the terminal. Mind you, this is only my second time ever on a plane. My first time was flying there. So this would be my second time. So we're sitting in our chairs, and I'm like trying to distract myself on my phone and play on my phone and just distract myself. And then these 2 men come over, and one sits next to my friend, and then the other sits across from him. And I want to say he sits like 2 chairs down from Jesse, but I don't know. So one sits next to my friend and one sits directly across from them, and they're talking about literally the dumbest shit, like the weather in Chicago, and they're talking about this guy's girlfriend, and they're talking about this and that, and just stuff that like is weird, and they're talking really loud so like everybody can hear what they're saying. And I look down and they have the same pair of shoes on. So they're obviously like, and they are both work boots, like that's just what they had on. They both had the same work boots on. So they're obviously some sort of co-workers. They have the same job, they're working together. And then the guy that's sitting, so he's sitting diagonal from me because he's sitting across from the guy who's sitting next to Jesse. So he's sitting diagonal, and I keep looking up and we keep making eye contact, and I'm freaking out literally the whole time. And then I keep looking down at my phone, I'm watching a YouTube video, I keep looking up and looking around and checking my surroundings because I'm paranoid as fuck already. Like, just me in my everyday life, I'm a paranoid person. So for me to be doing something that's illegal in an airport where it's like, I'm pretty sure a federal crime, I'm freaking the fuck out is what I'm trying to tell you. My dogs are still being loud as hell, but I'm freaking the fuck out. Anyways, that's the point. So I keep making eye contact with him, and I'm pretty sure at this point, even though he's a normal person, I think these 2 people are undercover cops. So his normal person brain is probably like, this bitch is crazy. She's very obviously freaking out about something. She's psycho. Anyways, that's his normal person brain thinking. Me, I'm like, he's an undercover cop. He knows it's me. He knows it's my stuff. He's just waiting to see like who this person is. So I'll get onto that in a minute. So he has a phone charger plugged in, and he has his phone on the charger, and he's texting. Then he pulls another phone out of his pocket, and he's texting on that. So he obviously has a work phone, and he obviously has a business phone. And I text my friend, I'm like, bro, these people have 2 phones, like, whatever. And he's like, yeah, he was joking. He was like, yeah, he's got one for the hose and one for the baby, whatever the fucking Kevin Gates song is. He said that. And I'm like, you're not taking this seriously? I'm freaking the fuck out. Bro, I didn't say any of this. I'm just sitting in my chair, like, literally having mild panic attacks to myself, and they're, like, increasingly getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And I'm just panicking, like, at this point. Fucking panicking, right? So they get up, and they walk somewhere. I don't even know where the fuck they walked. It's beside the point. They weren't there for me, but I'm freaking out. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Then one of the people that wear the yellow vest, they're the security vest, but I don't know what they are. They're security guards, I guess. Comes and walks past, like, down the aisle that we're sitting on, like, of chairs, the black chairs that you sit in. He's walked down and then sat, like, on the back wall. So our chairs were like this, and then there's chairs right here, and he sat on the back wall. He's just on his phone, probably waiting for shit. I don't know. I was like, holy fuck, like, they're coming for me. Because now it's in my checked bag, which is under my name, which knows which flight I'm going to be on and where it's going. That's my, like, reasoning. So I'm like, oh shit, they pulled our bag, they checked our bag, it's in our bag. That's my reasoning. When I flew to LA, when I flew to LA from Texas, there was one security guard at the terminal, like, when you got on. I don't know if it was because of the time of day. I don't know if it's because the airport is so much smaller. I don't know why, but there was one security guard per, like, terminal. At this one, there was 4 of them, and I was like, oh shit. Like, I thought the norm was 1 security guard per terminal. I thought that was just the norm. So I was like, oh shit, like, they know it's my shit. They know it's me. They know I'm here. I'm freaking the fuck out, right? So they call all the groups. They are like group 1, group 2, I don't know how many groups. We're in group 6. So they call all the groups. We're in group 6. And I'm just thinking at this point, because all these security guards are waiting around, I'm thinking that when they beep the ticket, my name's gonna pop up, and it's gonna, like, make a beepy sound, and they're gonna be like, are you Jane Taylor? I'm not gonna be able to say fucking no, because, like, yeah, the fuck, I'm Jane Taylor, so what the fuck? I can't say no. It's right there. That's who I am. They're gonna say it. I'm gonna go to jail. I'm going to federal prison. That was going through my head right now. So I'm literally freaking out. I beat my ticket, and it makes, like, a weird buzzy sound, but, like, not that weird, I guess, because I don't know. I guess that's the sound everybody's made, but I just thought mine was different. So it makes the beepy sound that it makes when you scan your ticket. I walk on, I get in my plane, I get in the seat, and I was like, oh, obviously they're not gonna take me to jail. We're in LA. It's legal here. I did nothing wrong. They don't, like, we're in LA. Anyways, then the whole time I'm like, yeah, they're not gonna take me to jail here. They're gonna wait till I get off the plane in Texas. They were just making sure I got on the plane. I wasn't trying to send it, like, without myself. So they just wanted to make sure I got on the plane, and then they're gonna arrest me when I get back to Texas. Obviously, that's the smart thing to do, arrest me where it's illegal. So now the whole flight, I'm just, like, panicking. Like, obviously, they're gonna be there when I get off the plane. They're gonna know it's me. They're just gonna know. And there's nothing I can do about it. And I'm like, and at the same time, I have the American Airlines, like, app on my phone. And so I'm checking, like, you can check, like, where your bag is at, like, if it's loaded onto the plane. And I don't know what was wrong with my phone, because on the way there, it was working just fine. Like, I checked everything. I'm just paranoid like that, so I checked it. But I only had to check it once, because it told me when it was on the plane. It told me when it got to our destination, told me what terminal I was going to be at. On the way back, it didn't tell me any of that information. So I was like, obviously, they took, like, duh. They're not going to tell me any of the information, and they're saying that I'm checking my phone 500 times to see if the information ever updates. Sketchy. That's what I'm thinking, right? So I'm continually checking my phone, and all of that's going on. We get off the flight, and first of all, the flight had a lot of turbulence for me. The flight there was very smooth, no turbulence. The flight back had turbulence. My friend says it wasn't that bad. I think it was bad, but also only my second flight ever, so I don't know. probably wasn't that bad. Anyways, so there was turbulence, and literally I was sick. Like, I was to the point where I thought I was gonna throw up. Like, it was like that bad. Like, I had gotten like a sick bag out for me because I literally thought I was getting sick and thought I was gonna throw up. I was making myself panic that much. So we land, everything's fine. We get off the flight, and I'm like thinking, dear God, this is like, I'm going to federal prison. Like, I'm done. I'm going, bye. And so I get off the plane. There's no guards waiting for me. There's no police waiting for me. There's no nothing waiting for me. So then I'm like, obviously they have to wait till I pick up my bag. So then I go down to baggage claim where they tell us our bags are going to be. And there's no security guards down there. I get my bags. We get our bags. We get into the car. We go home. Everything's fine. I'm still here. Never got caught. But that was what I did. It wasn't that much that we brought with us, but I literally thought I was going to go to federal prison. And that is the most illegal thing that I have ever done and not gotten caught for, even though I haven't gotten caught for really anything I've ever done. I've never even been pulled over, and I've been driving with my tags expired because I'm a lazy bitch for the past 3 months. So don't wish anything bad on me because it might actually happen. Bye guys, and thank you so much for watching, and tune in next Thursday for the next crazy story time that I am going to tell. Thank you so much, and please subscribe and continue watching. Thank you.